Okay, so I'm starting today's video in Tesco. So for today's video, I'm doing eating the cheapest food in the supermarket for 24 hours. I am this is really weird filming in public. I don't do this. Okay, so this is all the stuff I got. I think I did pretty well. In total, all of this for, well, it's meant to be for one day, but obviously I don't think I'll eat all of this in one day because I've got like 3 different meals here. The whole bit cost me £6.43, the whole shop, which I thought is pretty good. I've got for tomorrow, and I didn't buy the milk, but I'm just going to add 55p onto that because my other milk is a placement, and then, but normally I just have toast and then tea in the mornings. And yeah, these tea bags only cost me 55p, which is dead cheap. And then for like a lunchtime thing, I bought a tomato sauce, which is, pasta sauce was only 64p, and then this pasta on its own was 20p, which is actually really good. And this, from the same company, a lot is from the Hearty Food Company. I buy this normally, and this only cost me 32p, and I eat this all the time, so yeah, and it's vegan. I've got like a couple of snack options in case I didn't know what I wanted. I've got some yogurts and these Jaffa cakes. These Jaffa cakes were actually 60p, but Tesco's had a deal on with Oreos for 50p, but I was just kind of sticking to the normal deals. And then these were 20p, these noodles, which I think is so good. And then for the evening, I've got fish and chips for tomorrow night with some sweet corn and a yogurt for afters. And yeah, I think I did really good here. I'm trying these tea bags from, I think they're the cheapest one, yeah, exclusively at Tesco, the cheapest one in Tesco's. You get 80 tea bags, and these cost me 55p, so that's like less than a penny a tea bag. And my toast, my bread for the whole loaf cost me 55p, and you get like, I don't know, probably 20 slices-ish. You've got the milk. I went for wholemeal bread because it was the cheapest, and I don't normally do that. But I just thought, we're doing the whole 24 hours. This is how some people do have to live. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. And let's pop a bag in. I know I haven't included the butter in this, but you don't have to pay for butter every single time you go shopping or every single day, so I'm just gonna, normally at uni, one like pot of butter like this would probably last me the term, to be honest. I did have a little milk, which was the cheapest, and that was 50p, but that is at placement, so I'm just going to use our house milk instead of buying another one, because that's just a bit wasteful, to be honest, and we all share milk at home anyway. And milk lasts me ages anyway, because I don't really like it that much, to be honest. Okay, I wonder what my new tea bags will taste like. Okay, so overall the taste tastes good. I wouldn't normally choose wholemeal, but obviously it tastes a bit different. Apart from that, it's fine, literally just because it's wholemeal, and normally I get white bread. But the whole loaf of bread was 59p, the tea bags were 55p, and then so that's like £1.14, and then the whole carton of milk, the little 1 pint, that was another 55p. So in total, it's like £1.69 for all of this, which I think is manageable, and you get multiple portions. So that would do my breakfast for like, probably the next 10 days easily, because you get 20 pieces of bread in that 59p loaf. Let me taste test the tea when it's cooled down. Tastes good. It tastes just like normal. Normally I have Yorkshire tea, but it's a little bit weaker, but it's absolutely fine. Like, tastes absolutely great. And for 10 days, 10 breakfasts worth of food for £1.69, I think that it shows that it is doable for food. Okay, so it's now 3 o'clock. I'm not really sure how, but it is. I did have breakfast late, so I'm going to have my noodles because it's getting kind of close to dinner time. These are the noodles that I got from Tesco's. They cost me 30p, and I'm going to pop them in the pan and in the hob over here and try them. And then I also got some Tesco's own brand Diet Cola, it's called. So let's try some of that whilst I'm waiting. It tastes good. It was only 50p. It tastes like, you know, a little bit Dr. Peppery when it has like kind of a hint of cherry, but not really. It tastes like that, but it doesn't taste that different to normal branded Coke. So yeah, happy with this. 50p, and the noodles were 30p, so the whole meal for 80p. And yeah, I'll just test the noodles in a second. It does have kind of weird aftertaste though. Okay, and then it comes with a little seasoning packet, so I'm just going to add that. So here are my noodles. Can you see them? Yeah, okay. Oh, this bowl's really hot. So this whole meal cost me 80p for the drink and the noodles. I've added some salt to the noodles to make the taste a bit more like, I don't know, not salty, to bring out the flavour a bit more, but the noodles are tasty. Oh my god, why can't I? The noodles taste good, but a little bit plain. And the broth is... The broth's nice, to be honest. I should have done it with more like water, but I don't like them really watery, so yeah. But yeah, very nice. Only 30p, so you can't really go wrong, can you? Let's be honest. Okay, so this only took me like 5 minutes, which is really quick. And if I was using the toaster machine, it would probably take me like 10-15 minutes for food. So yeah, quick and easy meal, and only 30p, which is great. Also, a little rundown of the receipt. This is all came to £6.43. Obviously I bought pasta and garlic bread as well, but I only had the noodles today, so I don't know if I have the fish fingers, chips and sweet corn or the pasta and garlic bread and sauce for dinner, but maybe because I had the noodles I'll probably have the fish fingers, chips and sweet corn. So yeah, I will see you at dinner time. So I'm gonna have an afternoon snack and some Jaffa cakes, which cost me 60p, and a cup of tea. Okay, taste test. Tastes like just normal Jaffa cakes. I wish I got the Oreos because they were down to 50p, but they're not normally 50p, they're normally £1. So I thought that's not always like reliable, like you can't go and get those things always at 50p anyway. So yeah, delicious. Okay, so I'm about to make myself some dinner. I'm gonna have fish fingers, sweet corn and chips, and these cost me 60p for 10, and then the sweet corn was 35p, that's like 2 portions in that, and I got 1.5 kg chips for 90p. So yeah, gonna be another cheap dinner, and I will taste test it in a minute. This is my dinner, a little bit burnt, but or bronzed. Yeah, a little bit bronzed, but yeah, it looks pretty good, so let's taste it. Okay, so I've got my Coke and my food. Pretty tasty. Overall, very tasty, and the whole meal cost me less than £1.70, so yeah, ideal. These fish fingers are actually really good. So obviously you can hear my voice is going a bit. Yesterday, to make it up to 24 hours, I had a yoghurt and a cup of tea in the morning, but I didn't film it because obviously I'm a bit ill. But that only cost me 79p for 6 yoghurts, and they were really tasty, so it goes to show that like cheap food isn't always like bad tasting food. So far on the whole thing, I haven't used the pasta sauce or the garlic bread that I bought, or the pasta either, so that was like £1 basically, so that takes it down to £5.43. And then if you add the milk, obviously I used milk quite a lot. I didn't buy the milk in this shop because it was at placement, so if you round that up and everything, that's about £6 for a whole day's food. and honestly I had quite a lot of food. I had way more than I needed, and yeah, I'm actually very surprised at how well this went. I'm really happy at how well it did go, and it just goes to show that some people do live like this, constantly buying the cheapest thing all of the time. Everything was tasty, and there wasn't anything that I wouldn't buy again. I really enjoyed all of the foods, and they tasted just as good as the normal stuff that I would get. So yeah, I'm very happy overall, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below what you would always have to buy at the supermarket when you go, and if you could live on a cheaper version, and if you would try it, because I probably would have tried it if I didn't do this video, but I'm actually very happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, I'm gonna go now because my voice is dying. See you next week. Bye.